October 15th, 1971. Hugo Graham, aeronautical engineer, entered his office as he had done every single working day for the past 5 years.
So, anything new?
Not a thing.
And then, Zabby called.
Yeah? Put it on the phone.
Joshua Owen, R&D computer expert, once again had started to replace a printed circuit. Then Zabby called.
Yeah?
Victor Spivak, market analyst, as usual, was adjusting the morning survey report.
Well, I've just been reducing the national average, and the new statistics show that the consumer usage is within 0.12 of last year.
That just goes to prove we're still in that same old velvet rut.
That's right.
And then Zabby called.
We have salvage rights. And Viasani's map checks out.
That day, they left San Francisco and disappeared. For over 200 years, the waters of the Caribbean have hidden a chest of gold, lost when Captain Viasanti's galleon sank on a shallow reef. From the archives, we learned that the captain had taken what he could to a cave that lay exactly 3 miles from the wreck. We were going to find it.
The best buy I could find. Big and cheap.
You gotta be kidding.
No, really, have a look at it. That's exactly what we need, man.
Now, how old do you figure she is? Oh, 42 vintage, I'd say.
It was a good year for trucks.
You know, it's got plenty of room for our gear, and we can make a camper out of it.
Junk. Vintage junk.
Come on. You gotta treat a lady like a lady. Throttle. 1/2 to 2/3 open. Glow plug. On. Now then. First a shot of ether to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, short the solenoid to the ground. Well, it's running.
Maybe we better not stop her again till we get to Florida.
Hey, how much?
$300.
The price is right.
Including 2 spare tires, a jack, and the use of the workshop.
Did I
Fix it
hear
up.
you say use of the workshop?
Use of the workshop, man. How long will that take?
Well, not long. Depends on how much help I get from you guys and our albatross here.
I get the new vintage.
Dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-da-da-da. Dum-ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum. French is really making time.
Yep, order's coming up.
Watch it, Savvy.
What's so important about your beat-up old briefcase?
The map and the exclusive salvage rights.
Where's Jock?
Oh, he's knocked out in the back.
As usual.
Every diver in the Caribbean was searching for Viasante's cave, his gold, and the chest of coins still in the bones of the sunken galleon.
It looks like they're feeding vintage to the ship. It's really something, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, that sounds fine, but have you thought about how we're really going to find the cave? It might have been destroyed by the earthquake. Look, I thought about that too. I mean, it's not going to be easy.
If we narrow it down with the magnetometer.
You really think it's going to be that easy?
Yeah, if we follow the report.
If Maria's right, you're on board.
How are we going to recognize him?
You know anybody else that drives a wine barrel? There was a full page in the paper about how they found Viasante's map.
Are you sure they have exclusive government salvage rights?
Sure they got it. Maria saw in the inspector's office.
Tell Hardwick to get it.
Okay. Now we might as well have him lift the tank out too, huh?
And I was a 7. Nobody ever gave me a chance to speak up much, so I learned how to speak up quickly, or I didn't.
Will there be anything else? Oh. Sam.
Excuse me, is that your fine-looking truck down there?
Yeah, what about it?
Somebody's stealing your equipment.
What?
Help me! There's somebody taking... I've got the briefcase!
Don't get killed!
Call the highway patrol! Wish we had something faster than vintage.
It's like trying to catch a jet with a Jenny. Yeah, that's right. South on Interstate 5, a girl on the luggage rack. No, I am not kidding. A girl on the luggage rack.
Hey, you want to catch that wagon? Hop in and catch anything in this.
Yeah!
Zabby!
How'd you get him to turn around?
Hey, you don't look old enough to have this car.
I stole it in front of the restaurant.
Boy, are you gonna catch it.
Not me. You guys stole it. I'm just bringing it back for him.
Yeah, thanks a lot, John. That's really great. What? Asper? Asper Villaggio. Okay.
Look, we're spending all our time looking for boats. We've been here nearly 2 weeks.
Listen, there's no sense chartering a piece of junk.
Sure. Yeah, I will. And hey, thanks again, John. I really appreciate it, huh? Goodbye. I won't believe that till I see it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new boat with good equipment, a compressor, and a crew of 2. $800.
What's the catch?
No catch. The guy I knew at Yale. The 800's only for 3 weeks, but I figure it's worth it.
Probably some old slow tub. You won't find anything in 3 weeks.
22 knots.
It's like they're headed for Port Antonio. Could have been a way off. That's good. Well, let them lead us to it.
You've lost him. You shouldn't have stopped for that beer, you dummy.
Don't be stupid. There's no other road. It goes straight to Port Antonio.
Hi. Do you know which one of these is the O'Keefe?
That's the O'Keefe over there.
You don't suppose you could take us out there, do you?
Just can't help it, brother. But you see that man over there in the pink cotton tree boat? He'll be able to take you.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay, Robin. Let's get going.
Hi, Skipper.
Asper.
Hey!
Treasure hunt.
What are you doing here?
Here. Need an extra diver? Down 300 feet on air.
Bull.
Hey, you ski?
A little.
Want to have a go?
No, I don't think so.
Come on!
You see him fly, you waterlogged albatross.
Hey, I'll drop her off at the O'Keefe.
Jeez, he's a fresh kid. She's not bad.
He's a nice kid, Dave.
What'd I say? He's not bad.
Mr. Graham?
Yeah.
Mr. Hampton sends his compliments. I'm Asper.
Generations of treasure hunters had tried in vain to find Villasante's cave. After years of research, we were sure we had the answer. No one had found it because it was under the water, sunk by the same earthquake that had buried Port Royal. It was now part of this reef.
We're almost there.
Let's go north of Grappler Bank.
Maybe we should swing west a little. 091 magnetic.
091 magnetic.
091 magnetic.
Warm up the depth recorder.
Well, we'll soon see how much truth there is in those reports on Villasante's cave. No bottom.
Yeah? You ever run this channel before?
No, man. I always give this place a wide berth.
Hey, it looks shallow. What's on the graph?
Nothing? No, wait. It's 8 fathoms that's coming up fast.
Dead slow ahead.
Dead slow.
Take her up a couple of points to starboard, then ease her back and we'll drop the hook, okay? Let her go!
Hey!
Go over and check the reef and then come back, okay?
Our modus operandi was simple. Today we would look the area over, find safe entrance and egress from the reef. Tomorrow, the search would start in earnest.
Better start marking these things. Gotta get everything listed, otherwise I'll never be able to tell them apart.
It's not fair.
Come on, mark.
I want to come in the boat with
What do you want to come on a boat for? I mean, you know very well that you can't dive.
I don't see why I can't come in the boat.
You want to go diving, right?
Right.
What kind of experience have you got diving?
I know what I'm doing.
I've already arranged with Asper. He's going to take you and he's going to give you some lessons, and he's going to do it every single day while we're out searching for the cave. Okay? Now, first week, snorkel. Second week, scuba. Third week, deep scuba. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can always go home. California's waiting for you. Just do it. Come alongside.
Well, what are you going to do?
This week snorkel, second week shallow scuba, third week deep scuba.
This was as close to the reef as the O'Keefe could navigate. From now on, it was up to the rubber boats. We were working the familiar grid pattern. Having buoyed the reef, we started the electronic search with Joshua's Wonder Box, a sensitive magnetometer that would find the village, and from it, the cave. By the end of the week, the pieces of our mosaic were almost complete. The magnetometer had traced the edge of the volcanic fault. The cave lay to the west. It would soon be necessary to resort to the glass-bottom boat. Back and forth across this shallow reef, we searched for that steep trench we knew just had to be there.
You still have some air left.
Yeah, but I don't know when it's going to stop.
I know, you just keep getting louder and louder. Well, you don't have to panic because you still have 5 minutes left. Okay? Okay? All right, let's go back down and listen to it.
Okay, just a minute.
Asper had made Zabby go back down. It was important that she learn the vital meaning of that rasping sound. While there was no need to panic, her time below was limited.
Zabby, let's review everything. First of all, you got to always check your watch when you go down. There's no excuse for having to go on the table. Staying down too long and making it necessary to decompress. You got that?
You ever been on the tables after?
Nope. I don't intend to either. There ain't no joke hanging on the end of a rope 40 feet deep, waiting for the nitrogen to dissipate.
Doesn't sound so hard.
Doesn't sound too hard, huh? Already a veteran of 3 weeks and you know everything, huh?
Hey.
Huh?
There's something deep ahead.
Yeah. See it. There.
It was its depth, and its depth alone, that had kept the narrow opening of Villasante's cave a secret for over 200 years. We moved the O'Keefe up and prepared to dive.
If we find the cave, we'll send up the usual marker and you can come over, okay?
Okay.
Hey, listen, watch for us, will you?
You bet.
It's deep.
We dove down to the shelf that bordered the drop-off. According to the chart, an abysmal 1,000 feet. Across the antler coral we split and went in search of the crevice. At 90 feet, I made a mental note of a large phosphorescent sponge. Our base mark. We swam under a branch of black coral, a sure indication that we were below 120 feet. It was too easy to drop down this face, and below 180 feet we ran the danger of suffering from nitrogen narcosis. A narrow fissure appeared, a miniature Grand Canyon. At the entrance, I put down a yellow marker. Now Josh would know where we were. If the reports were right, the entrance to the cave had to be very near. We were hitting 140 feet when it loomed ahead. Was a labyrinth. It would be easy to become lost in the multi-layered tunnels. I pushed on until I found myself in a cul-de-sac. There had to be another way out. Could this be the base of the chimney?
It's about time you guys showed up.
Where's Hugo?
Isn't he with you?
No, we got separated in the cave.
He'd be out of here by now.
He must be. Man, I am.
Brief me. I better go down.
frightened the life out of me.
Good. Scared the hell out of us. Been down so long I thought you bought it.
I wasn't expecting to see you.
Well, Vic ran out of here half an hour ago.
Did he find anything? Well, welcome to Villasante's cave. Somebody's been here before us, though.
Damn.
I found some coins, though.
There must be some more.
That's shut. Don't worry, I'll give you one of the coins. Let's get out of here. It's getting cold. Which way do you want to go? You want to go that way? You want to go that way?
Damn.
The cave had been looted before the earthquake, but at least our calculations had been right. And now we could find the galleon. We were inside the reef, with a tiny opening to the sky. The only way out was back down the long column of water, and I was low on air. The audio reserve heralded the end of my air. Now there would be no room for error. We had to find the mouth of the cave fast. The narrow entrance made buddy breathing out of the question. I would have to go it alone, on one breath. Josh on reserve, and at this depth, I would have to take the chance.
You okay?
Crazy idiot. You almost killed yourself.
Let's go home. So, we bombed out on the cave. But at least we now know roughly where the Santa Vittoria lies.
Within 3 miles of the cave.
Yes, but that could be east or west, which means you still have 6 miles to search.
If we only knew which way. That's a lot of sea to search, even with a magnetometer.
That's a piece of 8. Doesn't really look much better than when you first brought it up.
A piece of 8 was made out of a bar of silver. And the thing that they would do is they'd take a bar of silver and then they'd whack a lump out of it, take the bit they cut, they put it between a male and a female mole. Now they had a bloody great hammer and they go... Now, just to make sure that it was the right weight, they'd just take little bits off the edge, just like that. There you go. Piece of 8.
Wow, that's beautiful. But there's only 3. I suppose since you guys found him, you're going to keep him.
Right.
Well, I don't care. Because when I find mine, it'll be gold.
Savvy. I guess.
Hi.
No.
I have some news about a wreck. A galleon.
Tell me something, boy. Why aren't you in school?
Summer vacation.
He must be some poor little rich kid sent to torment us.
Doesn't your father have anything to say about you wandering about like this?
He doesn't know.
Now, look, Darby, we like you. You're a nice all-American boy, but will you please stay off our boat? Now, beat it.
Just thought you might be interested where that came from. But it's not. So
Get him!
Darby, come back here!
Freeze! Well, it's that nice little boy again. Come here, little boy. Right here.
All right, Darby. Let's see the coin.
It's a real, all right.
Where'd you get it?
have to give it back.
Come on, Darby.
You know Bear Man. He lent it to me.
What good does that do us?
Nobody got it.
Where?
Are you sure you want me to tell you?
I think I'm going to belt you.
You're up in the hills, and the old Bear Man said to follow the stream, the ocean. That's the beach where we found it.
Which stream?
I don't know. It starts at near Bob Walk.
Well, how do we get there?
The Blue Danube goes right by.
The Blue Danube?
Goes right by.
Where are you going to go? This way. Come on.
There are a dozen rivers, and they twist about like a bunch of snakes. And the only way you can be sure you're on the right one, you have to follow it all the way down to the sea.
That doesn't sound so hard.
Yeah, but you got to remember, there ain't no roads in the jungle. And also the boat's out, so that means we have to walk or wade in the walk.
Any snakes?
Snakes? There ain't no snakes in Jamaica. But if you see one, you yell, and I call for some help.
Darby's gold coin must have been washed inshore from the wreck. Finding the bay would cut our search for the galleon in half. Once over the falls, we had found the bay where the galleon sunk. Asper said there was no Blue Danube here and had gone to conjure up some transport, leaving us to mull over the problems of searching the bay. The wreck can't be more than a mile out there.
You know, if we use that Zodiac, we could operate from this beach easily.
Yeah, why not? The O'Keefe charter's almost up. Be a lot cheaper.
Well, we could use vintage and live on the beach.
I think that's a very... You know, if I rented a plane, I could mag that bay in no time. How heavy is a magnetometer?
It's about...
Hey, Hugo.
How heavy is a magnetometer?
It's light enough. I think it'll work like a charm. I say let's get the plane.
cliffside lawn offered the only possible landing field. All 1,100 feet of it. Flaps full, friction loose, trimmed full back, carb heat on, and just a touch.
I was going to land it.
Yeah. Really got a stiffy one. Dang, you guys, you sure can fly that plane.
Yeah, well, let's get this stuff aboard, okay? Get the magnetometer, John.
In a very casual manner, I examined the undercarriage. It seemed okay. Rough as that landing field was, the old ruin called Folly made an excellent base camp.
Where?
As the saying goes, a piece of cake.
What if we hit one of those cows on landing?
You got something against milk? By searching from the air, we could cut our time in half. Even from a plane, metal and up to 100 feet of water could be sensed by Joshua's magnetometer.
Something solid, all right. Make a 180 and stand by.
Righty-ho.
Stand by. It's moving. Now.
A dropped buoy, a word on the walkie-talkie, and Vic would have the Zodiac out to the position in short order.
There's your first mark. Good hunting. Yeah, right. Now for the goal. We'll see ya.
Here's Kite Hawk. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. No goal.
Here they are again. They're being just a little too friendly.
Smile real pretty. Little girl now.
Hey there. Any luck? Nah. Well, see you.
The reef was proving to be a ship's graveyard. One of them had to be the galleon. A German gunboat, circa World War I. Beautiful.
Let's go home.
Yeah, Josh, what do you want?
Tell you what, it's time you put those lobsters on.
What lobsters?
Please. How it's doing a hula. Make a 180, Hugo.
All day, and we got a little hungry, so we ate them.
Hello? Josh?
Get it out. Listen, we got a real hot one. How about going out?
Hey, man, it's almost dark.
Yeah, I know. Just mark it with a heavy buoy. These won't last the night. There's a wind coming up now.
Okay, give us a bearing. We'll come right up.
Isn't that Polly on the right?
Home.
If we can find the cow. Find the cow.
Well, I think we may just have found it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we found it.
I mean, we've even got a bell to prove it.
What, no gold?
That comes tomorrow.
Hey, great.
Yeah. Tomorrow we dive for gold.
Be sure to firm up that buoy. Could take weeks to find it again.
Lighthouse 45.
Lighthouse 045.
Dog Rock 187.
Well, everything you've got is tied up.
In other words, we're guilty until proven innocent.
Mr. Graham, you did violate the rental contract.
Well, what do you recommend?
Well, go to court and have the injunction removed.
Oh, that's really something. Until that happy day, everything we have is tied up.
I'll try to get it on the court list as quickly as possible. They might even offer a settlement before it comes to trial.
That's terrific.
In the meanwhile, you can all look for jobs.
Well, without work permits?
Oh.
Well, thanks anyway.
Just a minute. Do you deep dive?
Well, how deep?
I'll call you.
Thanks. That afternoon, we got another body blow. The storm had taken out our buoy. We'd lost the galleon. I flew to Montego Bay to try to raise money. Seemed hopeless. And then we got the phone call. It was crazy. Salvaged 3 coffins. Proof of death is required to collect insurance. Without the body, the law demands 7 years. This client was in a hurry.
Look, until the coffins are raised, my client can only offer expenses. Are you interested?
If the conditions make it practical for us to dive, yes. But, I mean, why hasn't it ever been offered to a regular commercial salvage outfit?
Well, a commercial salvage outfit would not be interested.
Wouldn't I have to turn the coffins over to the insurance company?
Yes. First, we'll have to find the bodies and produce them and declare them legally dead. Then my client can collect his inheritance.
I see. Where is the ship?
It's in Port Antonio, just off the reef where you've been diving.
The manifest goes from Bolivian rock sculpture to babies' diapers. However, number 2 hold is a mixed cargo. Mainly cars, trucks, farm equipment. Coffins should be here, probably floating under the well deck. The question, do we want to get him out?
Question. How much do they want to pay?
Expenses, plus $1,000 on delivery. Per coffin.
We want to get him out.
Looking it over from the air, I discovered our lawyer was right. The Mastaba was just off the reef where we'd been diving, clearly marked by a long, dark oil slick. We rented a workboat and a compressor. It was nice to have an expense account. However, the Mastaba was completely different from diving on the shallow reef. She was in over 200 feet of water. No room for error.
There it is. Now, Vic and Josh and I are going to do this job.
Aww.
I'll take Zabby on the first wreck. Darby can go on the next one with Vic.
Okay.
At around 150 feet, the cold, gray outline of the bridge appeared. We dropped from the shot line to the well deck and its relative security. Moving over the top of number 2 hold, I sucked hard on my regulator and glided upwards, past the captain's quarters. The empty eyes of the bridge stared grimly back at us as we moved slowly up towards dark void. I tried to encourage Zabby inside, but she wanted no part of it. Up and over the rail. There loomed the main mast. It towered upwards until it became lost in the blue water. We dropped over the side of the 600-foot monster, eerily frosted by an inordinate amount of phosphorescent hydroids. A quick check of the depth gauge showed a firm 180. Moving aft, we found ourselves dwarfed by the huge funnel. We swam past the fated radio shack, where after more than 2 years, the empty davits bore witness to that final message and the order to abandon ship. I pointed out the debris-littered swimming pool and the powerful spotlights, still maintaining their darkened vigil. But Zabby kept looking over her shoulder, grimly fascinated by the ocean-going barracuda. I let the air out of my lungs and dropped effortlessly. And paused at the septural entrance to the ship's chapel. We turned on the quarterdeck and began our long haul back. The ship seemed endless. We passed over the main dining salon, and one set of lifeboat falls after another. The wearisome grinding of the dead hull made it impossible to believe that gaiety and laughter ever rang from these now dark voids. At last, we reached the bridge rail. Our bottom time had run out, and we went up the shot line.
Standing straight out. I don't expect any trouble.
Now, I must admit, I was really scared down there.
Well, that's understandable. It's a mean dive. But we need that money. Tomorrow we go for the coffins.
As long as they have the salvage rights, this is their gold.
They don't bother me.
Look, only a few coins. It's going to take time to find that chest.
Nobody, but nobody is going to come between me and that gold.
Yeah.
That Mastava is deep. And accidents happen all the time. And nobody is going to go that deep to hold a post-mortem.
Vic, let out some more line on that, would you?
Only thing's tangled around this oxygen tank. All right, it's clear.
I had found a maintenance door on the port side in the center of number 2 hold. We opened it up. Following morning, we began the search for the 3 coffins. If they were floating, and at this depth I fully expected them to be doing just that, the coffins would be relatively easy to find. However, if they had sunk, I knew we'd be in for a long search. Vic and Josh had not agreed with me, but I'd refused to use dynamite, and for good reason. If we once disturbed the cargo, we might lose all chances of finding the coffins. Anyway, I had no intention of attracting sharks in these waters. Dropping down the side of the massive hull, we went through a cold thermocline, and a compulsive shiver ran through my body. Outside, all seemed quiet, ghost-like, but inside. Stabber had reached a very steep angle before making its final plunge into the deep. I had expected ruptured bulkheads, floating debris, and a shifted cargo. But loading nets was something else. Against the underside of the well deck.
Oh, you should have seen us riding this thing with a sled. All three of us sitting on it. Okay. One up, two to go. Here we go.
Darby?
I'm busy.
Darby?
This time the hold looked different. The cargo was shifting, and at any time a few hundred tons could descend on us.
Hey! What are you
there seemed a possibility that there was another way to reach Josh. There wasn't.
I think I'd be that stupid.
Yeah, I think you'd be that stupid.
You're crazy!
Put this thing down. You don't use your head.
Oh, get off my back.
It's very simple. Pull the pin here. When we get a little closer to him, we'll lob this right out. It'll land right down with that boat. Adios, we go.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Savvy, it's going to blow!
Where's Joshua?
He's trapped. The truck slipped and closed the entrance. Start the engine. Never mind the rest. Pull the anchor. Get it as we leave. Listen, Savvy. There was no way we could get Josh out of there. We've gone over the plans and the loading of this ship until we know it by heart. The only other way in there is through number 1 hold. And even if we could get in there, there's 300 tons of machinery piled on the after bulkhead. Josh's only chance is the chance we're taking. Go to Port Antonio and get the salvage tug. Pull the truck clear. He's got doubles. Gives us about 1 hour. The flare gun, Darby, the flare gun. He'll be with us in just a couple of minutes. Hey, Vic?
Yeah?
Dive in, will you? It'll be easier to pick you out of the water. Go ahead. Hey. You look at him like that, and they'll send out the whole fleet.
have much time.
Why don't we use the salvage boat Sand Shadow? You know it, Major.
Sure, but I don't see it.
Well, how about Fletcher's dock?
There it is. Dead ahead.
Okay, you tell him not to worry, and I'll be right behind you.
Darby.
Yeah.
Let me have the rest of it.
Not enough?
No, I need it all.
Okay.
I have to double it up in order to hold up the truck. Okay?
Hurry.
Are you okay? I'm okay.
How's it look down there?
The sand shadow was just what we needed. And obviously Vic had filled Asper in. We went to work.
Hey, man. You're on the table. I've already put a bite on the truck. All we have to do is get the line from hook and hook it onto it and haul away.
Well, then you've done all the work. There's no problem. I'll take Darby with me. He can run cover.
Oh, I better go.
No.
Hey, Darby, you run cover for me. You don't mind.
Sure, Vic. I haven't been down it all day, but you won't let me.
Okay.
When you get ready, give us 4 quick tugs, okay? After that, it's 1 pull down, 2 pulls up, 3 pulls stop. Repeat it. 1 down, 2 up, 3 stop. All right. Good luck. Up. Up. Hold it, hold it.
Something has parted. The cable's wandering.
Please.
Hugo, the blade's parted.
Josh? Josh. Josh!
to drain his vest. Right, all right. We'll drift in the current. It'll be easier on Josh. Great, Asper.
Okay.
Great. Thanks, buddy. Catch you back at the dock. Okay, Josh? Abby?
Yeah?
Thanks, honey.
Fast.
You better follow and push that line down.
They're drifting right out over the reef.
Come on, Zabby. The weight belt, and don't drop it.
Ugh.
You'll drop it. I know. She'll drop it.